In this part, Yum is standing on the roadside and waiting for Mizuto, because he asked her for a date last night. Yum was thinking why he asked for a date, but then she realizes that it might be a siblings date because siblings also go for outings on weekends. Suddenly Mizuto came and he was looking very handsome. Yum got shocked after looking at him. While in line to get tickets to the aquarium, Yum was still looking at him and he was so handsome. After getting the tickets, Mizuto held her hand and stepped on. Minami and Kawanami were staring at them. Now, Mizuto remembers that Kawanami has told him that if he wants to get freedom from Minami, then he has to make his brother's complex reality with Yum, and he made him handsome. While enjoying the aquarium, Minami was still staring and Mizuto remembers that Kawanami has told him to always compliment a girl's outfit. He tried to compliment, but he lost his nerve and then he grabbed his stamina and said, "Yum, you are looking pretty today." Suddenly Mizuto grabbed her by the shoulder because a man was about to bump into her. She was scared and looking at him and he was smelling really good. But she made an angry face and let him leave her. Now in the washroom, Mizuto called Kawanami and said it feels really very bad to flirt with my stepsister. But Kawanami said if you want to get freedom from Minami then do whatever it takes. Mizuto thought that he was the one who asked for a date, so he has to behave and finish it properly. While on the other side, Yum was thinking that she is a real clumsy, because she is lost. She was either not able to read the maps, and suddenly, Mizuto called her and she told him that she is lost. Mizuto told him that he was the one who has to look after her, but he failed, so she should wait wherever she is. He'll found her. Yum started remembering that 6 months ago she had a boyfriend and they went out for the first time. But Yum and he got separated due to the great number of people there. She called him and told him where she was. After some time he came and offered her a drink and told her that he'll find her always whenever she got lost. Now, Yum was sitting and suddenly Mizuto came and offered her the same drink as before. Now, they continued their date and started enjoying it. They talked, argued, and discussed their thoughts with each other. Mizuto and Yum finished their date very well, and Yum left by saying see you at home. Kawanami texts Mizuto and lets him know that Minami is coming. Minami came and said that on that day he forgot to lock the door and she came into his house, and she hopes now he'll not tell Yum about this. He said absolutely not, but now I think that you'll forget about getting married to me. And she replied, no, I am still at my word, I want to get married. At home, Yum was thinking about the purpose of this date. When Mizuto came home she told him that his punishment is to let her click his few pictures. She clicked a lot of pictures of him. The next day, Yum asked Mizuto to go with her to buy a gift for mother on Mother's Day. Mizuto denied and Yum said if we bought a gift mutually then the price will be divided into two. But he didn't agree. Yum left and got ready. When Mizuto looked at her he was shocked. Yum said, don't you think you should have to come with me because everybody will stare and will try to flirt with me. Now Mizuto and Yum were going on the train and due to a sudden break they came close. Yum said you should stay in this pose because it was the first break. After window shopping, they selected fresh flowers for their mother, and she got very happy on receiving the present. Now Mizuto was praying for his late mother and Yum was staring at him. Mizuto said if you want to come in then you can. Yum went in and she sat with Mizuto for moral support. At night Mizuto told Yum that we should give our parents some private time. Yum said okay then we'll go out tomorrow, but Mizuto said we should also spend the night out. Yum asked where, and he said at the hotel, but the prices are great so we should stay at a love hotel. Yum got blushed and refused to agree to the love hotel thing. At breakfast, Mizuto said that we can stay a night with Minami and Kawanami because they are neighbors. Now they met with each other and Minami and Kawanami took Yum and Mizuto to their rooms. Yum asked about Minami's relationship with Kawanami. Kawanami and Minami told them that they are childhood friends. Kawanami asked Mizuto if he had ever seen Yum's boobs. Mizuto said why am I supposed to tell you if I have seen? Yum got angry on hearing that because the walls are not that soundproof. Now, Mizuto tied Kawanami and started reading his diary. He has written that he wanted to be a policeman and wanted to save Minami from every danger. Minami got angry this time. At night, for dinner, they all went into the same restaurant and ordered their food. For the drink, Mizuto was confused about what to select and suddenly Yum came and said I know how to make a good drink. She mixed some flavors and made a drink. But in actuality, Yum got fooled and because of her Mizuto also got fooled by Minami and Kawanami.
After eating dinner, Minami sat with Mizuto and said, "Will you please tutor me?" to jealous Yum. But Mizuto said, "You may ask Yum about tutoring." At night Mizuto was studying and Kawanami was texting Minami because they both got exhausted due to Yum and Mizuto's studies. When Kawanami fell asleep, Mizuto was standing on the balcony and suddenly he heard Yum's voice. She was wearing very cute pajamas, Mizuto complimented, and Yum said how beautiful the moon is. Mizuto asked if you still remember that night when we were together like this, or if you still have feelings for me. But Yum said, "Forgot I have said something." The next day after school Minami asked Yum to go home together, but she said, "I want to study in study hall, so you may go." Minami and her friends said, "We know you are topper, so you should." At night Yum was studying and thinking about that before in school when once Mizuto topped the class test she set her mind that she'll work hard and top next time. But when she topped Mizuto was looking out of the window, but when she talked with Mizuto he was happy about her success. Suddenly she woke up to reality and went downstairs and take milk. She said to Mizuto that you should study. He replied, "I am done already." The next morning Yum was a little tired due to all-night studies. Mizuto asked if the top score is that important to her. She said, "Of course, being a topper is what my life looks like now the way it is." After the exam, Yum in her room was thinking about Mizuto's marks because she got 94 and was curious about Mizuto's marks. She went into his room. When he go downstairs, she went to Mizuto and asked why he didn't answer the last questions. She said, "Don't think you are making a favor for me by doing so." They started fighting and their mom came and Mizuto said, "Now you just wait and watch, I'll show you what success looks like." Yum left with tears. She worked hard and studied all nights and time passed. The day of the result came, and when Yum checked the notice board she was second and Mizuto topped. Now Mizuto came and he said to Yum that if you want to top then you should just have to work hard in finals and left. Yum thought that her model student image is ruined. But Minami and her friends came and said, "We know you can top next time, so you should just work more hard next time." Yum got sad on knowing about their good intentions and love for her. She started running and thinking that Mizuto was the one who let her know what other students thought about her. She came to the library and saw Mizuto with a girl named Isana. She left and Mizuto spent his day with Isana by reading books and gossiping. Isana asked for his help in wearing socks and he helped her. After school, Mizuto was about to leave when Minami and Yum came. Minami asked about Isana. He said she is his friend and shy to talk with anyone when they saw Yum leave. Yum in her room was thinking about why she is so uneasy due to Isana because siblings don't get jealous. From the next day on Yum started behaving well at the breakfast table, in school, and in the lunch break. Mizuto talked to Isana about her behavior and asked about her opinion. She said, "You may ask Yum directly instead of asking my opinion." Yum was standing in the window. Someone knocked and he was Mizuto. He was well dressed and tried to come close to Yum, but he teased her. They sat in front of each other and Mizuto asked why you are behaving weirdly these days. Yum answered, "I don't know how it sounds, but due to your friend, I got jealous. And I don't know how to deal with my jealousy." Then Yum asked, "Why do you feel uneasy because of my behavior?" He said, "Because you are my sister." The next day after school, Yum met with Isana and she came to know that she is a tomboy. What will happen next in the story? Subscribe and press the bell icon to know about the latest updates.